love's always present. It's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning. My name is Aaron, and it is my blessing to welcome you to our Unity of the Keys Sunday service today, in person and live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom. We know that there is no separation in God. We feel our spiritual connection with you now and always. We are one in the divine. We have a wonderful service planned for you this morning as we welcome Reverend Daybree Thoms via Zoom for her second lesson from her four-part series on the Four Agreements. The Four Agreements is a popular self-help book written by Don Miguel Ruiz based on Toltec wisdom that offers a code of conduct for personal freedom, happiness, and love by helping us to break self-limiting beliefs. Today, Reverend Daybree explores the second agreement, don't take anything personally. Our music director, Chris Price, is here with us. Singing with him is Phil. And Susan Hartzell, a long-time member of Unity of the Keys and former board member, will present our daily word. Happenings. First, last month our congregation held a second collection for Officer Mike Petty, of the Key West Police Department and Deputy Tiffany Rhoda of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, who survived a devastating fire and serious burns, nearly losing everything. And last week, we announced that we're overjoyed to share a beautiful update. Both are healing well, and they were recently married. They shared this message with everyone who supported them. Thank you for loving us, praying for us, and carrying us through this. We are so grateful to share this joy of our union with you all. Love, Michael and Tiffany Petty. What a joy to see this story continuing in healing and love. Did anyone make it to the party yesterday? They had a big street party fundraiser for the Love Fund for the police. 2, Unity loves supporting Plogging of the Keys. Plogging of the Keys is a Key West city initiative that turns a simple morning walk into a way to give back, picking up litter as you go. It is part of Keep America Clean initiative. Unity has been hosting this group annually. Consider joining them. It's a great way to serve. Volunteers meet at a different location each Friday morning at 8 a.m. The city supplies everything you need: gloves, pickers, buckets, and safety vests. So just arrive about 5 minutes early to sign in and grab your gear before heading out. Unity will host again in October, but you don't have to wait until then to join in. Check out their July schedule at the back table and consider plogging with them this summer. They'd love to see Unity folks there. We have a couple of updates to share concerning 2 of our former Unity ministers. Reverend David Florence, who served here from 2002 to 2007, made his transition this past week. We lovingly hold him and all those whose lives he touched in our prayers. Reverend Phil Smedstead, who served here from 2009 to 2014, and who had been planning chemo treatment, has received a second opinion and is doing very well. Reverend Daybree spoke to him this week, and she shared that he sounded great. He may look at treatments later this fall. And we have finally, after much concerted effort from many of our board members and other leaders in this community, received bids from 2 local contractors on our plans to convert part of the fellowship room into a multi-use overnight room. The board will be making a decision soon, and we will be keeping you all informed. You may recall that we received a separate donation of $50,000 from Mr. Robert Ramey, son of former member Laureen Ramey, to fund this conversion. The MSA community will continue to rent the other half of the fellowship room from us. This is part of our future planning for Unity of the Keys, being able to host more guest speakers and guest musicians in person to bless our community and our community at large. Don't forget to check out the back table, our weekly Unity Spotlight, our website, and the weekly email blasts to keep you up on all of our fun happenings. Now is a great time to remind you to turn off your cell phone and or mute your microphone if on Zoom, please.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Good morning, everybody. We also have Shen singing with us today. That was a new thing. Aaron didn't know about that. So, all right. So it is "Don't Take Anything Personally" is the title of our message today. So we're going to be singing a whole bunch of stuff about letting stuff go. So we're going to sing along with a little Ricky Byers, "I Release and I Let Go." Join in as you want. more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the lights. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Thank you, guys.
We invite the usher to bring forth our prayer box. You may submit your prayer requests on the blue or green forms found in the seat back in front of you, or there's this extra stack of the usher's credenza, and then you put them in the prayer box. Is that from me? No, it's from me. Okay. And then you put them in the prayer box, and you may also send your prayer requests by email to church@unityofthekeys.org. Please remain seated for our opening prayer led by Reverend Daybree.
Thank you, Aaron. So we rest into this space. And we say, Precious Spirit, we recognize that in our humanness, our hearts can be heavy, heavy with concern for our world and our loved ones, our family, ourselves. As we turn within now to the divine, we recognize that our hearts are also full of love, full of compassion and the desire to share that love with our world. And so in this space of our opening prayer, we lift all the heaviness from our hearts. We lift all the prayers from this prayer chest, all the prayers that everyone across our world holds. And we allow them to be moved to the light for divine unfoldment, for divine blessing. In this space of our hearts now, as Aaron reads aloud the names from our prayer chest, you may speak aloud the names that are on your heart. Simply whisper them as we create this beautiful, loving, divine murmur.
Jean, Betty, Dan, Kathy, Laura, Shen, Aaron, Corey, CJ, Jamie, Steve, John, Donald, Sin, Gary, Ray, Ben, Mo, Grace, Liz, Bim, Suzanne, Guillermo, and our one human family.
Reverend Daybree, you're muted.
We release these prayers now for divine unfoldment. Together we say, and so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. Amen.
Now for our namaste time, please now stand for a moment as you are able, where you are. Let us have a moment of namaste. Namaste means I salute the divinity in you, so let's acknowledge each other with a symbol of love. Please know that there are many of us online, Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube, who are all connected with us here. Let us say hi to our online folks. You can nod namaste or wave at the screen if you like. Hey, wonderful. And you may be seated. To anyone visiting us for the first time today, welcome. You may pick up a visitor's packet and shell lay necklace from one of our ushers after the service if you haven't received one on your way in. Thank you for joining us this morning. You truly honor us with your presence. And everyone else, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you and be together. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement dedicated to the ongoing awareness of the Spirit within all. We invite you to consider what you hear today, embrace what may work for you, and release the rest. We honor all names for God and all pathways to God. Please join me now for our affirmations. Join me in saying the Unity mission statement together. Unity of the Keys is a spiritual community celebrating our oneness with God. And our vision statement together. We see humanity awake to its divinity, fully experiencing love, peace, and abundance. And the unity power for July is understanding. Together, I am one with the infinite understanding. I use spiritual understanding to illuminate and bless my life. And lastly, please join me for our statement of being. Together, there is only one presence and one power as the universe and as my life, God, the good, omnipotent. We invite Susan to share the daily word with us.
Good morning, everybody. The daily word for today, Sunday, July 19th, is world peace. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world. The Bible's sacred pairings, lions and lambs, swords and plowshares, reveal that peace becomes possible when I and others hold life's polarities in harmony. These verses remind me that wholeness arises not from opposition, but from integration. Within all people, strength and tenderness, boundaries and compassion, courage and vulnerability arise from the same divine source. Lion and lamb are not rivals. They are facets of one creation. Sword and plow are not contradictions. They are different tools for transformation. Peace begins when we see that opposites, both within and around us, can be allies rather than adversaries. As this realization takes root, any impulse to defend or harden begins to fade. And the scripture for today's daily word comes from Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. So now let us recite the affirmation for world peace together. The peace of my soul brings peace to the world.
Now, in reverence of the Lord's Prayer, we will be singing the liturgical folks version, the Lord's Prayer. Please stand as you are able. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Chris and Shen, Phil, Susan, bringing us to this part in our service. This part of the service where we breathe in for a moment and center ourselves in right here and the right now, releasing any busyness, not concerned with what we have to do next. So we come into this space now together, just grounded where we are. For we're not gathering today to simply hear words. We're here to remember what has always lived within us. We gather to reconnect with that quiet inner wisdom that so often gets drowned out by the noise of our daily lives, by our busy, busy worlds. We gather to remember who we truly are. And we gather in this safe space with loving souls who recognize that about us and that we recognize that about them. So there's an old story about a wise elderly woman who lived at the edge of a village by a quiet stream. Now, she met many strangers making their way on their individual journeys. So on one of these days, a traveler stopped for a drink from the stream, as travelers often did. The woman approached, smiling, and asked him where he was heading. "I don't know," the traveler admitted. "I'm looking for a place where people are kind." The woman paused for a moment and then asked, "Tell me, what were the people like from the village that you just left?" And the traveler frowned and he said they were selfish. They judged everyone. They complained. No one could be trusted. The woman nodded. "I'm afraid you'll find the people here much the same." A little while later, another traveler stopped for a drink from the stream, and she asked him the same question. Where was he headed? And he replied, much in the same way, where people are kind. Again, the woman asked, "What were the people like in your last village?" The traveler smiled. He said they were generous. "We looked after one another. I will miss them dearly." So the old woman smiled and she said, "I believe you'll find the people here much the same." So after the man traveled on, the woman's grandson, who had been watching and listening very carefully to both of these conversations, asked her, "Grandmother, how could both answers be true?" She looked kindly at her grandson and she said, "Because wherever we go, we tend to meet ourselves." That little story contains a profound spiritual truth. Life is not something that merely happens around us. Life is being interpreted within us all the time. Each one of us carries our own invisible lens through which we see the world. Our individual lenses are colored by our beliefs, our memories, those deeply rooted messages from our family of origin. These lenses are colored by our experiences, our expectations, our disappointments, and our hopes. Most of the time, we are not reacting to life itself. We're reacting to the meaning that we have assigned to it. So in our last session, we explored the first of the 4 agreements, be impeccable with your word. And our reflection today is inspired by the second of the 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Don't take anything personally. Now, at first glance, those words can sound almost impossible. How can we not take things personally? How can we not take criticism personally? How can we not feel hurt when someone rejects us or misunderstands us, ignores us, or speaks unkindly to or about us? We're human beings with hearts that feel deeply. It is so easy for us to feel wounded by life, by the experiences that do not meet our expectations, or by surprises that disappoint us. Yet, the second agreement is not asking us to become emotionally numb. It's not asking us to stop caring. It is inviting us to see life through a higher perspective, through a greater awareness. Now, unity teaches that our true identity is spiritual. That's the unity principle number 2. Our very essence is the essence of God, which is true for every other person. We are all inherently good. We each carry a pure heart, as the Buddhists would say. Beneath every label, every role, every success, every disappointment, there is the divine presence expressing itself as and through each one of us. And that divine presence cannot be diminished by another person's opinion. It cannot be wounded by criticism, nor can it be made greater by praise. It is the personality that is easily bruised. In unity teachings, the personality is defined as that mortal, ever-changing persona, or the sum total of our human characteristics, habits, and opinions. It's not bad. It's not the enemy or something to be overcome. It is simply to be recognized so that we can move from our personality to within, to the divine spirit, move to a higher perspective. Spirit is never wounded. Our spiritual nature simply is. The challenge is that we often forget. Instead of living from the divine center, we might be living from and through our personality. Now, the personality constantly seeks approval, validation, recognition, and acceptance. It wants everyone to agree with it. It wants everyone to understand it. It wants to be appreciated, acknowledged. The personality is constantly asking, what do people think of me? Spirit is quietly and consistently whispering, remember who you are. Much of our suffering begins when we confuse those 2 voices. I remember as a young person, and later as an adult, only hearing one voice. I had not yet learned to listen for spirit. Now, there were occasions when the presence of the divine was so strong that it brought me to tears, and I felt incredibly connected to what I called God. And when it quieted, I thought it had left me. I hadn't learned that that was simply not possible, that the essence of the divine had always been and would always be right where I was. I didn't learn that until I found unity. I therefore suffered as all teenagers seem to suffer, in angst, in woundedness, in drama. And my teenage years were in reality quite free from any true tragedy. Unity teaches us that every person is expressing from their current level of awareness, every person. So I was not wrong in my angst. I was unaware of the divine within me. And that is true for so many people. That is why our vision, our unity vision is such a deep part of who we are. We see humanity awake to its divinity, to see and feel their divine essence, to be blessed as each one of us have been blessed when we found a unity, or perhaps we found it within ourselves before that. People respond to life according to their experiences and their consciousness. When someone is angry, fearful, jealous, or judgmental, their behavior reveals their inner state much more than it reveals anything about us on the receiving end of their words or their actions. And when we truly understand this, when we accept that their behavior is about something going on in their life, not ours, we can choose to come from our deep well of compassion. Instead of reacting defensively, we can respond with love, with wisdom, gently honoring whatever is happening in their life without the need to know what it is. Now, there's a member of this community, actually, he's serving on the platform today, Aaron. When dealing with someone who's giving him a hard time, he stops and he changes that thinking. He says to himself, this person's not giving me a hard time. They are having a hard time. They're having a hard time. He removes himself, and rightly so, from the equation. And that changes everything. Many of us have taught our children to ride a two-wheel bicycle. When I remember my oldest daughter learning to ride, I can envision my son, who is 2 years older than her, running with her and holding the back of the seat and encouraging her. You may have a similar vision of your own children or nieces or nephews, or perhaps when you learned to ride the bike. My son held on to the back of the bike until he couldn't keep up. Then he had to let go. And my daughter pedaled several more yards, doing really well, before she realized she was on her own. The moment she looked back instead of forward, she lost her balance and she tumbled into the grass. She wasn't hurt, but she was surprised. We have all had to learn this lesson for ourselves. The bicycle goes where our eyes are looking. And isn't that true for life? Our lives move in the direction of our eyes, in the direction of our heart and our mind. If we spend our days looking backward at every criticism, every disappointment, every unkind remark, we eventually lose our balance. We look back for justification, for proof that we are unworthy, that life is unfair. And when finding that thing we call proof, we cling to it again and again, remaining in the past. Spirit continually invites us to look forward, to look inward, to remember that our peace does not depend upon another person's opinion or behavior. One of the greatest burdens people carry is the belief that everyone else's behavior is somehow about them, if not directed at them, at least affecting them. Our peace does not depend on how many texts or phone calls we received today, or if people remembered our birthday. Our peace does not depend on anything externally, not an outside conflict, not if there is a natural disaster, not on who is sitting in the White House. Our peace is internal and within our ability to maintain, should we choose to do so. Susan shared with us this morning, the peace of my soul brings peace to the world. So someone walks past us without speaking and we think they're upset with me. A text goes unanswered and we immediately jump to, I must have done something wrong. A coworker seems distant. The first assumption, I wonder what I did. Then hurt might turn into anger. Sometimes those stories are true. Most of the time, they are not. All they've done is disturb our peace because we made up the story. It's as if we retain the perspective of a child who thinks they are the center of the world, so everything must be about them. The truth is that every person is living inside a world we cannot fully see, nor is it our business to see. They might be worrying about a medical diagnosis or grieving a parent or friend. They might be anxious about finances, or perhaps they haven't slept well in days. Someone might be silently fighting depression. When we speak impatiently or fail to notice what is happening to them, we assume that this is all related, that they are responding to something we did, and we are now responding to how they're behaving, and it all falls apart because we are not the cause. We assume we are. We are often simply standing near someone carrying an invisible burden. And when we realize this, when we become aware, compassion naturally replaces judgment. It replaces hurt, replaces anger. And the remarkable thing about compassion is that it really blesses both people. It blesses the one who's hurting, and it blesses the one who refused to become offended, the one who has stepped outside of their ego to see the higher perspective. There's another story I've always loved because it illustrates part of our human nature. A man's crossing a river in a small wooden boat. Another boat drifted downstream and bumped into his own. If he believed the boat was empty, he simply pushed it away and continued rowing. No harm, no foul. But suppose he imagined someone was inside steering carelessly. Then he might be irritated. There's a judgment there. He'd even become angry. It's the same bump. It's the same river. The difference was not the event itself. The difference was the story he created, the importance that he gave to it. How often do we create stories? Someone seems distant. Someone doesn't return our smile. Someone criticizes our work. Before long, we have built an entire story, an entire novel around one brief moment. Spirit is content to remain faithful witness. Spirit is content to remain a faithful witness without the need for affirmation or approval. If I believe the world is against me, I will find evidence everywhere. If I believe I am held in divine love, I will begin seeing that evidence everywhere. The outer world reflects the inner conversation. When we stop taking everything personally, something beautiful happens. We become available to life. Our energy changes remarkably. We begin responding to life instead of reacting. We begin understanding the bigger picture instead of having the need to defend ourselves and using our energy towards that. We begin listening instead of looking for proof to support the story that we already made up. This is a spiritual maturity as we develop a richer spiritual resilience. Our roots are in God. Our roots are in God. They are not in public opinion or social media or in applause. Our roots are most definitely not in criticism. The world will always have its opinions. Some will praise you. Some will misunderstand you. Some will celebrate you. Some will judge you most harshly. If your identity rises and falls with every opinion, life becomes an exhausting ride on erratic waves. But when your identity is anchored in divine presence, neither praise nor criticism changes who you are. Your spiritual nature remains untouched by temporary appearances. There's a beautiful phrase often attributed to ancient wisdom. No one can insult your soul. No one can insult your soul. Think about that. Your personality may be offended. Your ego may feel slighted. Your emotions may feel bruised, but your soul remains exactly as created, whole, radiant, loved, complete. Nothing another person says can diminish the divine life expressing as you. And that realization changes us. It lessens or removes completely our need to defend ourselves. This week, perhaps even today, someone may disappoint you. Someone may misunderstand you. Someone may overlook your efforts. But before your mind begins writing a familiar story, take one slow breath. Remember the old woman beside the stream. Wherever we go, we tend to meet ourselves. Remember a child learning to ride a bike. Your life moves where your attention goes. Remember the man in the boat. Same bump, same river, choosing to be offended or not. Choose instead to place your attention on the presence within, rather on the opinion of someone else. Jesus consistently demonstrated inner authority. He was praised by some, he was criticized by many others. He remained grounded in his relationship with God. Unity encourages each one of us to cultivate that same spiritual grounded center. Our worth comes from the divine identity that we are, not public opinion. This week, whenever you find yourself upset by another person's behavior, I invite you to stop, to pause for a moment, and to state this affirmation. I believe Finn has a slide for us. I am secure in divine love. I choose understanding over reaction. Repeat that with me. I am secure in divine love. I choose understanding over reaction. You are the essence of divine love. And so it is. As Chris will soon be taking us into our time of quiet and reflection, Shen will be bringing to you a basket of affirmation cards. Please choose one and know that whichever card you choose today, it is the right one for you. It might be today's agreement or one of the other three. Take the card home, place it where you can see it often to remind yourself who you truly are. Then Aaron will take us deeper into our time of meditation.
Love is a never-ending circle. It goes on and on, joining us all as one in a common bond. Love is a never-ending circle. It goes on and on, enough for everyone. Open your arms up wide. Love is a never-ending circle. It goes on and on.
We allow ourselves now to relax deeper into this time of meditation, into this precious time of turning within, perhaps closing our eyes or gazing with soft eyes. We take a breath in and a breath out. This simple act helps us center, brings us back to ourselves. Any sounds you may hear during this time, embrace. Embrace as part of this background noise of our world. Let the words I speak ring true for you. Let the words I speak be accepted as your own, and simply allow to fall away that which does not feel true for you in this moment. I know that love is a never-ending circle, going on and on. I am a part, an intricate part of that circle of love. I recognize that loving presence, God, all that is, never leaves, never ends. I recognize my true identity as divine, as whole. I rest secure in this knowing my worth is not determined by another person's opinion. My wholeness is not defined by yesterday's disappointment. I live from the unchanging center of divine love. May I see others with compassion. May I respond instead of react. And carry divine peace wherever I go. I am established in divine love. Nothing outside me can define what Spirit has created within me. I affirm this now as I move into the silence. Into the silence. The Christ within me is my true identity. And in that truth, I am at peace. Gently now, I return to the awareness of this moment. I open my eyes when I'm ready, and I take a deep breath in to imprint this inner truth upon my heart. And so it is. Thank you to everyone who contributes their time and talents to our Sunday celebration. A special thank you to Reverend Daybree for her inspiring lesson on the second agreement. Yay, thank you, Daybree. Thank you to Chris and Phil and Shen, our daily worder Susan, and our usher Suzanne, And to our wonderful tech team, Gary, Fen O, and Fen B. To Shen, who is now assisting us in the sanctuary as well today. And to Robin for always helping us with hospitality snacks. Everyone is welcome to stay after service to join us for coffee and snacks. For the offertory, could the usher please come forward? We would like to take this moment now to express our gratitude to all those who so generously share their abundance with Unity of the Keys. Please know that your gifts are very much appreciated. And through them, we can continue to thrive and offer our spiritual understanding to the world. For those of you who would like to contribute electronically, there is a QR code on the back of the spotlight. Mine was in the shape of a heart with red ink. You may donate there via Venmo, PayPal, or credit card through our secure website link. Thank you. For just a moment, hold your gift to your heart or visualize your electronic gift. Bless this with your most generous love. Feel abundance and know God as our one source. Know that as we give, we do receive. Join me in our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Stop the rain. Did you ever wonder what dreams are made of? Let them come true, and they'll show you when you let go, let God, let love. 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 One more time. Let go, let God, let love. Let go, let God, let love.
We gratefully accept and we bless this offering, knowing it supports our beloved Unity of the Keys and the Unity Mission, and blesses our community of Key West. Please join me together. Thank you, God, for limitless abundance, the nature of the world. I trust in God. Amen. Unity of the Keys not only teaches tithing, we practice tithing. We tithe that is 10% of our income each week, and we fully support each person on their own path of intentional giving. This week we are tithing $30.50 to Unity World Headquarters for their education department. We're also sending $100 as the Minister's Choice tithe to the author of the 4 Agreements, spiritual leader Don Miguel Ruiz. Yay. Next Sunday, Reverend Daybree Thoms will be back via Zoom to share Lesson 3 on the 4 Agreements. She will delve into the third of the 4 agreements, which is don't make assumptions. This approach to life avoids misunderstandings and judgments made in haste. Now let us bring in Lee and our children with song.
We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We
talking about the power of understanding. Is this on? Yeah. The power of understanding. We had a nice book about understanding what things in our life or make our lives happier and those around us, like patience and kindness and things like that. And then we played with clay, which is always fun and messy. So,
Let's bless the children. With the children's blessing, children of light, we bless you. We see you loved, and guided, and protected by God's presence. Our prayer chaplains who are in service today will wave their hand. We've got Phil and I. So folks can find us. If you are seeking one-on-one prayer after service, you are welcome to meet with our prayer chaplains. Perhaps you have a heart overflowing with joy or a concern you would like to have held for you. Let us stand for our peace song and prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.